Pokémon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. A game where all the Sinnoh lovers around the world were waiting to use their same Luxray, Staraptor, and Lucario team. While everyone out here were using the same exact teams, I decided to take on a brand new challenge. A challenge that is so difficult that even the large streamers were too afraid to attempt it. And that is Pokémon Brilliant Diamond Fire-type only Hardcore Nuzlocke. This challenge has been a meme since the original Diamond and Pearl games, and only a very few people have actually completed this challenge in those older games. This is due to the fact that the game provides less than 4 Fire-type Pokemon throughout the entire game. Now, people have done this challenge on Shining Pearl. But the difference here is that in Shining Pearl, you have the ability to get magmorter, and magmorter carries throughout this entire challenge because of its stats and the wide range of moves that it can learn. Also, I brought Brilliant Diamond because Dialga is way cooler than Palkia. Suck my nuts, Pearl lovers. Some say this challenge is nuts. Others say it can't be done. But ladies and gentlemen, I, Stephin Sunny, will complete this challenge if it is the last thing I do. Now, let's get into it. Here are the rules that I'll be playing with. I woke up from a long nap and headed downstairs where my mother told me I had to go suck off Barry. Barry wanted to go to a nicer location, so we went off to the lake where we found the professor and his unpaid intern. He left his briefcase as he was leaving, and Barry thought it was a good idea to go check it out. All of a sudden, some magpies tried swooping us, so we grabbed a monkey and threw it out and killed off the Starly. We now talked to the professor and we called our Pokemon Jay. We headed off to Jubilife City where we had to give Barry our package. We then answered some trivia to get an Apple Watch, and Barry comes up to us to have a fight. So our monkey had no problem with defeating this guy. We arrived at Orberg City where Rourke teaches us how to smash rocks in that. After a bit of grinding, our monkey evolved into a Chad monkey, and then we had to go fight Rourke as he is our first gym battle. We spammed Power Up Punch and knocked out his Geodude and Onix, and then we killed off his Craniodose with a Muck Punch. That's the first gym done, and we're still going strong. As we were making our way to Eterna City, we found something a tad interesting. They were probably During our journey, a little girl came up to us and said some K-pop dudes kidnapped her dad. We then grabbed a key and kicked out all the criminals in the Wind Factory, freeing her dad. At Eterna Forest, some Japanese schoolgirl came up to us and said that she was too scared to walk by herself through the forest. So, as the strong, independent woman I am, I guided her through the forest. We arrived in Eterna City where we catch our second Pokemon, Ponyta. We then called our fiery stallion Mr. Hands. If you know about Mr. Hands, you know. Let's just, keep it that way, yeah? We then talk to an old man that takes us to the underground where we catch our third and final Pokemon, Houndoom. We then named our Houndoom after one of our Twitch chatters, Dan. Our team is now complete. There is no one else that we can catch throughout the game. This is what I call the ultimate dream team. Gardenia was the next gym leader, and all I know is that grass is pretty weak to fire. So we absolutely burned through this gym. We then headed into the Team Galactic building to defeat the Commander Jupiter. Mr. Hands took out the Zubat while Jay took out the Skuntank. We made it to Hearthome City where we unlocked the ability for Pokemon to be following us. This is very important due to the fact that it increases your Pokemon's friendship, and in this game, friendship can cause some benefits such as increasing your critical hit chances, living on 1 HP, and avoiding some attacks. After getting our Pokemon to follow us, Barry wanted to fuck with us some more. Dan knocks off his Starly and his Prinplup, and then Jay finished off the rest of his team. As we travel to the next city, we run into a major obstacle. The formidable ace trainer Dennis. Dennis had a Gyarados, which knew Waterfall, which is bad enough, but then you have to consider that the route that we are on is always raining, which increases water moves and lower fire moves. So what we did was teach Jay Rock Tomb, because that is the only move that we have access to that would be good against Gyarados. So Jay double power punches Dennis's Monferno to increase our attack and to kill him off. Then we use Rock Tomb, which didn't kill the Gyarados, but the Gyarados uses Bite instead of Waterfall, which honestly doesn't make any sense. Then Jay killed off Gyarados and we defeated Ace Trainer Dennis. We arrived in Veilstead City, and before we tackle the next 2 gyms, we have to keep in mind that Maylene and Crasher Wake have the same level cap of level 30. This would mean that we would have to go to one gym with the lower level Pokemon before we tackle the other. Sounds pretty easy, right? Well, let's see how it goes. Maylene sends out a Meta-type first. We used Power Up Punch as she used Flash. We used another Power Up Punch to raise our attack, and then she used Drain Punch. We then used Aerial Ace to finish off her Meta-type. Then she sends out her Machoke. Since we are +2 attack, we easily killed this Machoke with an Aerial Ace.
See, this is why we need +3. Bulldoze, we're dead, we're dead.
Okay then, I guess this isn't as easy as I thought. Attempt 2 went a lot better. While we used Power Up Punch, Meta-type just kept using Bulk Up. This time, we got a third Power Up Punch in, and then Meta-type used Drain Punch. Luckily, we survived, and then Aerial Ace killed it off. Machoke comes in next, and this time, Aerial Ace does kill it off. Then finally, Lucario comes in last, and we ended the battle with a Mach Punch. Maylene is done, and now we're off to Crash Awake. The plan for Crash Awake is to rely on the AI being dumb, because having only fire types in a Nuzlocke is actually a disadvantage when you fight a water type gym leader. The plan for Crash Awake is to double Sword Stance against Gyarados, so we are +3 attack, and then use Rock Tomb to kill off the Gyarados. Then we Grass Knot the Quagsire, and finally Brick Break the Floatzel. The problem here is that Floatzel has Aqua Jet, a priority move, which means he will always go first and then kill us off when we use Brick Break. I can't switch to any of my other Pokemon as well because Floatzel is faster than all my other Pokemon, so they would die as well. So, how do I overcome such an obstacle? Well, if you ever watch any shonen anime, every protagonist wins battles with one common feature. That is the power of friendship. So, basically I had to rely on some fictional bullshit that will help me go through this gym. So then, before I use my finishing move, I had to go back and find the Sasuke to my Naruto, the Bakugo to my Deku, and whoever the fuck friends are in Fairy Tail, and harness all the energy into my Monferno, and...
Yes! Yes! Yes, 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 yes! Oh my god! Oh my god! Please, please, kill, 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 kill! Yes! 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 We did it! We did it! We did it! We did it! Oh, holy fucking shit!
We somehow lived on 1 HP and knocked out the Floatzel. I swear to god, this game is so dumb. After defeating Crash Awake, our rival wanted to fuck with us even more.
Oh god, oh god, oh god. How are we doing this? In one shots! In one shots!
Anyways, Barry was a piece of cake. My waifu Cynthia gave us some drugs to cure a bunch of Psyducks. And then we had to go see a bunch of ancient hentai on the wall. Anyways, Fantina was next, where she brings out the toughest of maths questions.
Question 3, what is 3 plus 5 plus 7? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Fantina was pretty much a walk in the park since we have Houndoom. We killed off her Drifblim with a payback, then Gengar comes out, and we went through a roller coaster of emotions.
Of course he lives. Oh, you Sludge Bomb. No! What are the chances? What are the chances of that? Why? What are the chances?
Again, attempt 2. We knock out Drifblim with the Sucker Punch. We use Flamethrower to deal a lot of damage, then Gengar used Confuse Ray. Fantina healed Gengar, making our Sucker Punch useless. This time we survived a Sludge Bomb while Houndoom uses another Flamethrower, then Houndoom kills off the Gengar with a Sucker Punch. Miss Magius finally comes out, so we switch to Mr. Hands to deliver Dazzling Gleam. Miss Magius uses Phantom Force to dodge our Fire Blast, then Fire Blast hits and does less than half damage. We do this again, and Mr. Hands lives on 1 HP and puts Miss Magius to red health. Then we switch to Jay and kill her off with a Rock Tomb. Now that's 5 badges to our name, and Jay evolves into a Giga Chad. We set our sights to Canalave City for our 6th gym badge. Barry just keeps trying to fuck us over, but no one can defeat us with our Fire-type Pokemon. Byron was the next gym battle, and the plan was simple. We first set up some Stealth Rocks on the Bronzor, and then we keep stalling out the Trick Room. When the Trick Room ends, we kill off the Bronzor. Steelix comes in next, and because of the Stealth Rocks we set up earlier, Steelix's Sturdy was broken. This goes the same for Bastiodon. And that is now 6 badges to our name. Team Galactic was blowing up some lakes and shit, so we went to check it out and we defeated all of the Team Galactic commanders there. We then traveled north to play in the snow and to defeat Candace. I know that there's a D's nuts joke right there, so here's the opportunity to let it all out. Thank you to our superpower of moving diagonally, we skipped all of the gym puzzles so we could focus on Candace. And let's just say, Candace was pretty easy because fire melts through ice. Then Mr. Hands evolves into a bigger horse with a bigger schlong. We then headed to the final lake where Barry the piece of shit just lost to Jupiter for no reason. Then we headed back to Veilstone City to infiltrate the Team Galactic base. While we were there, we defeated Cyrus and Saturn, and then we had to release some pixies. We climbed up Mount Coronet to stop Team Galactic from destroying the world with some legendary Pokemon. So firstly, we had to defeat 2 of the Team Galactic commanders. But don't worry, Barry came here to save the day and helped us defeat them. Then Barry was too scared to help me with Cyrus, so he just fucked off. So we faced Cyrus by ourselves, and he sent out his Honchkrow first. Our Infernape uses Sword Stance once while living a critical hit Air Cutter. We use Sword Stance again while we manifest our power of friendship and we tanked another Air Cutter. Brick Break kills off the Honchkrow and Rock Slide kills off the Gyarados. Weavile comes in next, but with our +3 attack Infernape, Mach Punch kills Weavile even with its Culber Berry. Finally, Crobat comes out and we switch it to Dan to tank an Air Cutter. Dan tanked a critical hit Cross Poison while we dealt him damage with a Thunderfang. We switch out to Mr. Hands to tank a Cross Poison. Mr. Hands tanked another critical hit Cross Poison while dealing damage with Fire Blast. All of our Pokemon are now low health and definitely cannot outspeed a Crobat, which means one more hit and they're all dead. So, which means we had to risk everything we had and I went for a Flame Wheel. Cyrus then heals his Crobat and Flame Wheel got the burn. Even with the burn, Crobat would still kill a Rapidash. So again, thank you to the writers of the game, we got some plot armor, and we avoided the Air Cutter and dealt huge amount of damage with Fire Blast. Cyrus heals his Crobat a little bit with the Super Potion, and Mr. Hands kills him off with a Fire Blast. Our plot armor saved us and the entire Sinnoh region. Now, we have to battle Dialga, the God of Time. But we have some sympathy for the world, so we decide to run away to keep the natural flow of time. Now that all the Team Galactic stuff is over, we can finally head off to Sunyshore City, where we get our 8th and final gym badge. When we arrived at Sunyshore City, we were greeted with Flint, the so-called Fire-type Elite Four member. After having a chat about Lopunnies, we headed off to the lighthouse to find the next gym leader. Volkner is our final obstacle before the Elite Four. This battle was not going to be easy, mainly because Volkner has a Surfing Raichu and an Octillery. Both are not good for fire types. The plan is not so simple. We have to rely on a Quick Claw to go first against Raichu, and then use Flare Blitz, which has a 50% chance to kill. Then his Ambipom has a Technician Fake Out, which does a lot of damage and then we can't hit it afterwards. After many attempts of trial and error, here's what happened in my final attempt. Raichu uses Volt Switch for some reason and sent out his Ambipom. Ambipom barely takes a Flare Blitz from Infernape. I thought Volkner was going to switch out, but instead he heals and we use Swords Dance. Infernape then tanks a Thunderbolt and then kills off the Ambipom. Raichu comes out next, and then the biggest clutch of the century happens, and our Quick Claw activates and kills off the Raichu with an Earthquake. Octillery comes out next, and Infernape kills him off with a Brick Break. Finally, Volkner's ace Luxray comes out, and Infernape kills him off with an Earthquake. That is all 8 of our gym badges in our possession, and now we head off to Pokemon League. We now travel through Victory Road with extreme caution to avoid any unnecessary battles. With a bit of luck, we finally made it to the Pokemon League. Just as we were about to fight the Elite Four, Barry was being a sore loser and wanted to fight us one more time. This battle was not going to be easy, because he now has 6 Pokemon with items and competitive movesets. He sends out his Staraptor first while we send out our Infernape. We use Sword Stance while he uses Rain Dance, and then we use Brick Break to deal a lot of damage, and then Infernape tanks a Pluck before Infernape kills off the Staraptor. He then sends in a Snorlax, and we use another Sword Stance relying on the power of friendship to save us from dying. Brick Break then kills off his Snorlax, and Empoleon comes out and dies instantly to our Brick Break. His Roserade comes out next, and we kill it off with an Earthquake so we don't take recoil damage from Flare Blitz. He then sends out his own Rapidash, and lucky for us, our Quick Claw activates and kills him off with an Earthquake. Finally, Heracross comes out next, and we switch into Mr. Hands to kill it with a Fire Blast. We are now finally ready to battle the Elite Four and Champion. It is the 30th of November, 2021. The day No Nut November ends. The plan was simple. Beat this game so I can beat to my waifu Cynthia. Sounds simple, right? Oh, here's where you're fucking wrong, mate. The Elite Four is comprised of military assassins that hold Pokemon with roided out EVs and competitive movesets. I had to devise a strategy that can at least stand a chance with these guys. But even then, Flint has the one Pokemon that can put me to my knees. A Pokemon that is so powerful that even God fears his own creation. And that Pokemon is Lopunny. It is tough figuring out a strategy that can defeat all of these guys, but I think I figured it out. Aaron was the first Elite Four member, and you know, bugs are kind of weak to fire, so I'd assume that you guys know what the go is for Aaron. Bertha was one of the Elite Four members that I was scared of, mainly because she has a bunch of really bulky ground type Pokemon that can one-shot me at any second. To beat Bertha, I plan to use double team strats to get past her. I know it's not the most honorable, but it's the only strat I can think of. After setting up a few double teams, I bring out the sun with Sunny Day and then solar beam through her whole team. Now here comes Flint, the fire type Elite Four member with fuck all fire types. But hey, he has a trophy wife Lopunny on his side, which I respect. We sent in Houndoom, which has the ability Flash Fire. We set up using Nasty Plot a couple times and then a Flame Charge to increase our speed. Now that we are all set up, we can now dominate through this battle. Dark pulsing and flame throwing everything in our path. Unfortunately, we did have to kill Lopunny along the way. Flint's Infernape comes out last, and his Fiery Monkey has Muck Punch, a priority move that can kill off my Houndoom. But thanks to our plot armor, Houndoom dodges the Muck Punch and then uses Dark Pulse and puts Infernape to red health. Flint tries to heal twice, but Houndoom keeps putting Infernape to red health. We switch out to Infernape and we tank his Muck Punch, but thanks to his speed EVs, Flint's Infernape goes first and uses Close Combat. Jay barely survives the close combat, and Jay finished off Flint with his own close combat. That's 3 down, 1 more to go. Lucien was the last Elite Four member to beat. He sent out his Mr. Mime and we sent out our Houndoom. We set up with the Flame Charge and 2 Nasty Plots. Then we just go for a mass genocide of all of Lucien's Pokemon. For some reason, Alakazam is faster than a +1 Houndoom, but that didn't stop us from killing it. Now that's all 4 of the Elite Four defeated, nutting on Cynthia was right at our fingertips. Here we are facing off against one of the hottest waifus of all of Pokemon. We are so close to finishing this meme of a challenge. So then, here we are. Let's hope for the best. Cynthia starts off by sending off a Spiritomb, and we sent out our Houndoom, which is perfect because we can set up 3 Nasty Plots and 2 Flame Charges while Spiritomb can barely touch us. While we were setting up, Cynthia switches out and sends in her Gastrodon. Her Gastrodon tanks a Flame Charge, but we are now +2 speed. Now Houndoom one-shots the Gastrodon and the Lucario. Now Milotic comes in next and we use Dark Pulse, but it lives because of a low roll. But thanks to our plot armor, Milotic flinched. Then Cynthia goes for a heal and Houndoom finally kills off the Milotic. Then Houndoom kills off a Roserade and a Spiritomb, and finally our ace, Garchomp, comes out. And I'll let you see what happened for yourselves.
Is this where it ends? Let's go! Let's fucking go! We did it! We finally did it! We did it! Holy fucking shit! We finally fucking did it, boys! Fuck you, Cynthia! Oh, I can now... Yes! 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 Holy fucking shit! I can now celebrate Destroy Your Dick December in peace. You know, I would like to thank my mum and my little brother and the viewers that are here right now watching this. And I'd like to thank all the people that subbed in the stream. I couldn't have done this without you. I would also like to thank Plot Armor. If that didn't exist in the game, I wouldn't have done this challenge. And I'd also like to say thank you to, a special thanks to Lopunny, because Lopunny is so fucking hot.
And there we go. We are now the Sinnoh champions, and we hardcore Nuzlocke Brilliant Diamond with Fire-type Pokemon only. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And feel free to pop into my Twitch if you're into live stuff. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all later.